Now, Filipino documentary is on a mission to humanize the West Philippine Sea dispute, but that mission is not without barriers. Its local premiere earlier this year was halted for unspecified reasons. In a New Zealand film festival, the Chinese consulate tried to block its screening, but that didn't stop the documentary from winning an award for pushing for meaningful change. We talked to the director of food delivery, fresh from the West Philippine Sea, Baby Ruth Villarama, in the Hangout. Now, a beautiful day, Derek. Thank you so much for joining us here. And it's been a rainy day, so we really appreciate the effort that you
Good
had to bring to come over here.
Oh, anytime for you guys. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
All right. First of all, wow, what a controversy has been stirred up here by this documentary. First, let's talk about the reaction initially, and before we talk about the topic. So it is obviously about the West Philippine Sea, very contentious for certain nations. And when we take a look at the West Philippine Sea dispute and the initial screening that you were supposed to have here in the Philippines, what was your initial feeling that all of a sudden a consulate or almost an entire country is out there to practically stop the message that you want to share with your documentary?
I mean, when an entire country is trying to stop a documentary, a Filipino documentary from screening in its own home country and in other places as well, it pushes you to your limit as a Filipino, and it asserts you as well. Like the Gabriela Silang in us suddenly awakes, like, hang on, can't do that to the Filipino. I think the Filipinos have had enough of this bullying. I mean, we've been very patient. We're a peace-loving nation. We love to have fun. And our people are natural voyagers and sea navigators. We love the sea. We are an archipelagic, we're daughters and sons of the archipelago.
Yeah.
And for a country that is so powerful to stop that unlawfully, someone has to stand up. I'm not saying just me, but I think a lot of our fellow storytellers, journalists, have had experiences of being chased. Our fisherfolk have been chased for the past years. So us as independent storytellers, we were like, okay, what can we do? Bullying is not, we don't tolerate it in this country. We are a democratic country. People have died for this freedom that we enjoy. We have to protect it. We have to protect it. And this is our little offering, food delivery.
So food delivery captures yung daily risks by our Pinoy fishermen and soldiers as well who are stationed there, who are repeatedly intercepted, intimidated, and driven away by Chinese maritime forces. Ano yung aha moment for you that sparked the idea for food delivery and to make this happen?
I mean, we're all connected by food, regardless of what culture you come from. I think food is a common ground that is close to the gut.
Yeah.
And when we talk about the West Philippine Sea, it seems so far away, so abstract. So when we were brainstorming as a team, what can we do to bring the story closer to our table? And when we communed and immersed with the fisherfolk, we discovered this life that is so beautiful and it's so free. I mean, if you want to define free living, join the expedition of the fishermen out there in the West Philippine Sea, because it's so peaceful there and it's so beautiful pala.
Okay.
Kasi we were taught, like, it's dangerous, it's kumbaga, a lot of you'll be in peril.
And you only see videos from news clips, diba, when you watch the news.
Yeah, but when we went there, oh my God, it's a billionaire's dream to own one of the islands there. So now it made us understand, okay, so this is why our neighboring country wants to take it. And what's so funny is because these features, it's within our exclusive economic zone. It's a universal law that each country has the 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone. So lahat yan, everybody follows that. But for some strange reason, China is getting all our islands within our waters, or within our
Or
territorial
sometimes
waters.
making islands in our waters.
Yeah.
That's a different topic altogether. Pero, just to piggyback on what you're mentioning, we always see it in the news. We've been covering this for years and years. The West Philippine Sea dispute. When you take a look at the fact that tayo medyo insulated because we are not in the front line. We are not out there fishing, we are not being chased ourselves by these Chinese maritime forces. When you were actually immersed with the fishermen and understanding yung impact nila on their daily lives, being, the fear of being chased, the fear of not even having to bring home a catch. What impact did that leave you in your storytelling in particular when making food delivery?
And to add to that, we are not confrontational
Yes.
as a people.
Yeah.
That's always been our culture. We would just sometimes we would just turn a blind eye just to avoid conflict. But with this one, it's really beyond the politics, beyond the challenges that they face. It's really protecting the good things, the beautiful things, the beautiful way of life of our fisher folk, the sustainable traditional fishing, which is simbada. It's so sacred when we witness it. Like before the sun rises, they have to cast the net, like kilometers, because it's a big net, into the ocean and wait for the fish to go under it, because the fish would really go there,
Yeah.
surprisingly. And then, yeah, by sunrise, the net would also
pull it
rise
up?
up.
Oh,
So that's like, oh, wow, what
that must have been so amazing to watch.
it's like you're one with nature.
Yeah.
It's the most natural thing to witness as a documentary filmmaker. It was just so beautiful.
You mentioned in an interview that this feels like the documentary is being censored. Could you tell us more about this?
Well, of course, having experienced, the film trying to be black twice.
Yeah.
Well, they were successful the first time.
first time, yeah.
Last March. So we were just joking now that, when the universe closes a door, God opens Rockwell Cinema. So
Well, so it'll be in Rockwell. So
Yes.
let's talk about that right now, because people in the Philippines are very curious about it. So it did show in New Zealand very successfully, I might add. You end up winning an award there. The Chinese consulate they did send a letter to the festival organizers, but then I believe they believe in kaupapa, which is a principle in Maori.
that's the Maori principle
Yeah.
of protecting their freedom of expression. I think we share that spirit as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right now, having it in Rockwell, how does it feel knowing that you're going to have a screening here in the Philippines? One of many, hopefully, what down the line, because if I'm not mistaken, sold out na. Kailangan mag-block screening,
It's sold
na.
out.
Oo.
Yeah, I mean, Rockwell's maximum capacity is 315 seats. We've received more than 800 guests that wanted to watch. So now we have a good problem of trying to open more cinemas, and Rockwell has been very, very accommodating, and they're standing behind the film. So
By the way, it's 802 now. We want to watch also. So yung susunod din na screening po,
We can
let us
just
know.
stand in the side
Oo.
lang, di
May
ba?
SRO ba yun? Or
I mean, if Rockwell would open more cinemas, because right now they're opening another one for us, so we will have 4
Perfect.
screenings on
Okay,
Sunday.
okay.
wow, perfect.
We don't even have to sit down. We can just stand dun sa side.
I know,
and
even
just-
me, even my family,
Yeah.
don't watch na. Like, let's accommodate the public. Just to, because we made this film for the Filipino people. This is a people's film.
Yeah.
It's not like a film. I think we're just messengers, as journalists. We're just messengers of this wonderful story. And we just did our best to capture it as beautifully as possible. Of course, our resources are so limited. It's very independent. We did not receive any institutional support because people are saying, oh, that's a propaganda film. No, it's not. I wish it is, but it's not. We made this for the Filipino people. And I think the Filipino people deserve to know the truth and
Right.
to appreciate what they have before it completely, removed from us.
So interesting.
Yeah.
We gotta be there.
100%. And again, it's the censorship. Has there been any edits after China, the Chinese government, Chinese
Tried to
consulate
block.
rather, tried to block it? Did you feel like you need to alter anything? Did you
Oh,
feel
wait.
any pressure? Or are we seeing everything unfiltered as it is na walang changes despite the pressure?
Well, thanks for the pressure. It catapulted us to be braver. So, the original cut was really for cultural exchange to really to really appeal to the soft power of China. But after what happened, I said no. I'm an artist. I'm a film director. I'm a storyteller. I'm a journalist. And we consulted fellow journalists also. We did an audience, a focus group screening. And most of the journalists said, tapangan mo na. Binubuli ka na rin, tapangan mo na. And we're like, okay, yeah, you guys are right. So, we respected that alignment of the minds. And that gave us the license now. Okay, we're not alone in this. And thanks to you guys, like being here feels like, okay, people are supporting this cause. So yeah, we're standing up for it. We made the film braver because of that censorship that they're trying to do. And we invite them. And this film is not inciting anything, but this film is really an invitation for everyone, not just for Filipinos, but for Chinese and any other nationals who understand the importance of territorial domain, sovereignty, and if we want to really bring it closer to home, boundaries. Boundaries of space, the right of your personal space when someone's trespassing on that. It's very important to understand. And that is what we captured in food delivery.
We're seeing photos of the fishermen on screen, and you filmed on board these fishermen on fishing vessels, military supply boats as you were making this film. What for you was the most unforgettable moment from that entire experience? And yung stories nitong mga fishermen, nitong mga soldiers, what part of their stories really struck you the most?
I'm just very proud. But just looking back at it, I remembered because normally they don't have any comfort room because, most of the fishermen are men.
Oo.
They don't really
Oo.
care about, this thing. So I remember, going to the toilet is a challenging effort. So that's what I remember.
How many
right
hours
now.
would they spend on sea?
Normally, 3 hours. It's
Okay.
like a normal office hours, 8
Okay.
hours. So they would spend like a couple of hours and then they go back to eat, to have
Ah,
lunch.
okay.
Normally they rest if it's too hot, they
Yeah.
rest, and then in the afternoon they go back. And it's up to them if the water is friendly.
So you experienced that with them.
Yes.
Wow.
And then they said, oh, the waves are calm. Why don't you swim in the West Philippine Sea? And we were like, yeah, that's an opportunity
Yeah.
to swim in the West
Wow.
Philippine Sea. So we were like inside a washing machine after a while, but thanks to the rope and everything. But that was really priceless for us to swim in the West Philippine Sea. And I was telling some of the Coast Guards we met recently, like, you should do or organize a West Philippine Sea expedition because it's so beautiful. Like, people should experience it.
When you were shooting the film, nagkaroon ba kayo ng moments na when you were out there in the waters, danger, there was imminent danger? Meron ba kayong nakasalamuhang Chinese vessel?
There's always danger because they're always there.
Okay.
They're there in the Scarborough. Like 2 big ships are there guarding the entrance of the Scarborough.
Okay.
And so we can go inside and challenge them. But I was thinking, this freshly catch fish needs to go back to the market.
yeah.
And the captain was asking me, like, do you still want to go inside? And as a filmmaker, you're torn with, the humanity of it all, or
Yeah.
it's ethics. It's a question of ethics. So I decided, no, let's deliver this fish. You have a nation to feed, and it's okay. And other journalists have that footage anyway of chases, and we know the situation. So, but we really delved on the personal experiences of the fisherfolk because you cannot take that away from them because
Yeah.
that's their truth. That's their truth.
That's true. And when you look at, I want to talk a bit more about yung background mo as well because it takes a certain it takes a different type of courage to be able to go out there and tell this type of story. And of course, despite all the pressure, I know you had a lot of help in terms of developing that courage, courtesy of yung mga fellow journalists natin. When in terms of even I'm sure yung Coast Guard and and everyone else who are encouraging to tell the story as it is. Of course, you do have that background also sa Chevening, the Chevening scholarship as well, and that I'm 100% sure that would have helped as well. When you take a look at your approach to the film, and and people are wondering, how can you tell this type of story with with a certain lens that kailangan may pagka-journalistic edge. It's not just artistic. How did you approach that, and were you able to you work that with the Coast Guard, with the fisher folk, and of course with the other journalists who've been covering this far longer than you have?
I think there's a certain spectrum of balance
Yeah.
that we tread on as journalists. You want to be sensational, you want to be propagandic in a way, you want to be balanced, you want to be diplomatic. So I guess the background in Chevening also taught us how to maximize soft power because it's underutilized in this country. Our people's assets is really in the soft power. We are a country of storytellers. We are a nation of storytellers. And we understand struggle so personal because it's embedded in our history. Um, so it's just really coming out, like making sure that that is expressed. And sometimes just to observe and not to be the voice of God for this community.
Yeah.
Let them tell their own story from their own voices and experience. Moving back actually tells more. So for me, less is more in this particular documentary.
That actually brings me to another good point because I haven't seen it yet, and I'm sure a lot of people who will see this will have a bit of that observation. When you watch a documentary, who's telling the story?
It depends on what kind of documentary. Here in the Philippines, we've always watched documentaries from the reporter's point of view. They are the lens, like the point guard
Yeah.
guiding us. Like we're here in this, flood center of the
Yeah.
flood and
Yeah.
all that. But there is also another school of documentary called cinema verite,
Yes.
which is a French kind of, I
Yeah.
don't know if it came from the French, but I had a French mentor teaching me that.
Of course.
So it's very observational, and you capture the moment. You wait for it. You
And
don't.
that's what we see here.
Yeah, yeah. We just hang on. Look at that. Like we're just. Oh, that's behind the scene. That's just me and my phone. But I mean, we're just there, like flies on the wall, observing them. Uh, and after a while, we become invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Let's talk about where this is going because you won the Tides of Change award in the NZ Doc Edge Festival. Now, that category recognizes stories that explore bodies of water as a lifeblood, if I'm not mistaken. And apart from that, Doc Edge is an Academy Awards qualifying festival for the Oscars. I mean, we got to consider that as well. How do you feel about all of that and where this could be going?
the pressure is on.
They're still working on more screenings right now.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, how do I put this? It's a tall order.
Of course.
And we're very grateful it won. So it's like, one foot is inside the Academy room.
You're knocking on the door. Yeah.
We're knocking on the door, and some of the members are actually reaching out. Are you okay? Your Facebook is not working. We've heard the stories in the news. There's this one Academy member who's hiking the Himalayan mountains in Nepal
Yeah.
area, and he was like, I read you in the news. I want to see this film. So, but it needs support and campaign.
Yeah.
Of course, it's one thing that we're there in their door, but to be able to enter and campaign for it, I think it takes an entire village, countries, media friends, not just here in the Philippines, but in different places, in Los Angeles, in New York. Commercial run is a requirement, marketing, publicity.
Yeah.
Organizing screenings for different Academy members located in different parts of the world. So I wish we could at least do 10% of that and try. But yeah, that's a conversation that that needs a lot of discussion.
Direct, we are being watched live on Facebook and
Oh, are we?
YouTube. Yes, and on Facebook, Lian de la Cruz Busto says, "Congratulations, Baby Ruth. Looking forward to Sunday screening." So there's a message on Facebook right there, and I guess kasama siya doon sa mga
802.
was able to register for the
Gusto
screening
manood.
on Sunday. But I have a question. Direct, you have produced films internationally, and you've become known for other themes or other movies that you have directed, such as Human Trafficking in Home of the Brave, Death Penalty in Dance for Life, and the plight of our OFWs in Sunday Beauty Queen. What keeps bringing you back to real heartfelt stories?
Because I want the Philippines to win once and for all. We've been struggling, and I don't know, like if we, like when Manny Pacquiao wins, oh my God, I'm becoming emotional. When Manny Pacquiao wins, like everyone is rejoicing, because we're holding on to that hope that the Filipinos can win. So if we witness our fellow kababayans, experiencing these challenges in different parts of the world, you're compelled. Like, what can I do? You have a very limited time on Earth, and our existence should matter. No matter what we do, we're gonna die. I mean, hello. So, like, what can we contribute within our limited time to uplift other people? Because that's the purpose of our existence, to have that meaningful life, to enjoy life, and make sure that other Filipinos enjoy. Because that's also a puzzle to me. Like, how can some politicians buy these expensive bags or drive these luxury cars when your people, are waiting hours just to get a bus to go home? For me, it hits me because, I don't know, I mean, like,
I felt that. That was so heartfelt.
Ideal.
Yeah.
Direct.
ideal.
No, it is.
It's real.
It
Yeah.
is.
The
It's
struggle
ideal and
is
real.
real.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But my question actually would be, para sa'yo, what is winning? What is winning, especially in the lens of food delivery, for this documentary, and what is winning in terms of the work that you're doing?
Oh, for food delivery, winning means China would back off, leave our fishermen alone, leave some of our islands alone. I know there are already collaborations with some of our business sector here. We are not fighting with them. We are not enemies. We're friends.
Right.
We're friends. So friends are supposed to support each other. We support their products. I think 30% of my house stuff are made from China. We support them. But this one story, I hope China can also open their hearts and door to respect our culture, to respect our truth and where we're coming from. Because that's what friends do. We respect each other and we're neighbors. I think it's, we're in this time in our history where we have to rise as a strong regional network. We have to work together. But, tama na yung bullying. Let's just enjoy a good meal, a fresh catch from the West Philippine Sea, from South China Sea. The sea is so vast. Let the ocean connect us, not divide us.
I like yung let's have a meal together because we can have it via food delivery.
Yes.
That's the rallying point. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay,
But direct, grabe. We love your message. We love we
Simple
love
lang.
we love the fact that this documentary is opening so many doors, opening so many hearts, hopefully, and a lot of eyes to the issue, and of course to a plight that we know about but we're not familiar with. I think
Yeah,
that's
even me, I was not familiar with
Yeah.
it. Like, I'm an urban girl, but witnessing it, oh my God, we're all connected by it. And
1,000%.
yeah, and also because this is Bilyonaryo channel, we're trying to reinvent film distribution. So if groups want to host black screenings, we're offering all ticket proceeds to whoever would black screen. Just pay the screening fee and donate for our fisherfolk and for their freedom, so that we can continue organizing more
How
screenings.
did they get in touch with you there?
Yeah, there's an email address that the team has come up. It's fooddelivery@voyagefilm.com. And the film house has also a Facebook page, Voyage Studios, and Instagram, Voyage Film Studios Inc. So yeah, message us anytime if you want to host a screening in your favorite cinema. All ticket proceeds goes to you. Just pay the rental of the cinema and the screening fee. So our producers would, invest more in making films. So yeah, let's have fun.
Yeah, and speaking of fun, Anne, we have a favorite last question.
Yes, direct, because our show is called Beautiful Day. Our last question for you is, what makes your day beautiful?
Oh, good food. Good food. Seryoso.
Food delivered?
No, di ba? Pag masarap pag masarap yung pagkain, you're in the company of good friends.
Yes.
You meet new people, new experience. You avert a disaster.
Yeah, right.
Diba? Every day is always a new chapter. So if you spend it meaningfully, it doesn't have to be big, like, a trip to the salon. For me, it's a beautiful day. So anything that's meaningful and with food. It's
Good
obvious.
food is one of my favorite answers that we've had on the show so far.
Same.
Oh,
But
my
thank you,
goodness.
Direct, for your time. Thank you for joining us, and good luck. I hope that you get longer screen time, diba? Because people really want to see this movie.
Yes, and hello cinemas, we've written to you. Yeah.
And please don't forget about us when you win an Academy Award.
Oh my God, no.
Just putting it there. Softly.
Congratulations,
Softly
Direk.
Yeah, hi China, ni hao.
And on that note, thank you so much for joining us here on Beautiful Day, Director Baby Ruth Villarama.